G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League, and we're in the Premier Cup of Ultra League. I'm running Greninja, Lapras and Alolan Muck. So Greninja running Bubble, Surf, Night Slash, Lapras running Ice Shard, Surf and Ice Beam, and Muck running Snarl, Dark Pulse and Gunk Shot. And we'll jump into the battle. So on the lead we've got Golem there. So not ideal because it is running electric type moves because it is Alolan Golem, and then it uses Rock Blast to bait a shield nicely. I'm going to throw straight into Surf, and they no shield it, and down goes Alolan Golem. So out comes Venusaur, and I'm able to get to 2 Night Slashes. So I did get a boost from the first Night Slash, so we'll see. And we've finally got our shield back, and I actually got a second boost from that. Pity I have no health left. I'm going to come out with Alolan Muck because it's going to be able to soak the damage from the Frenzy Plants. It's going to get to 2-3 Frenzy Plants before I can take it out, so let's hope that they don't get to another one. And then we simultaneously swap, and their last Pokemon is a Typhlosion, so looking absolutely perfect for me there. Able to get to the Surf. I'm going to shield this up because Typhlosion does run Solar Beam, and there's the Solar Beam. So really good shield there. I'm going to overfarm just by 1 and then go from there. So we'll see what they want to do here. So throw the Surf, and then going to come out with the Venusaur. Let's see if Frenzy Plant's enough to KO from this range. Unfortunately, Frenzy Plant is enough to KO from here. So come out with the Alolan Muck, get the first shield, and let's see what they want to do. And able to get to a second Dark Pulse before they're able to get to another Frenzy Plant. And that is a good game. So really good game there. Obviously, they had two really good counters to 2 of my Pokemon, but was able to take them out. Had they shielded up the Golem, it would have been a little bit more difficult. So they've got Shadow Scyther on the lead. I'm expecting this to be a X-Scissor. Unfortunately, it is a Night Slash, and they got the boost. So I'm going to throw Night Slashes as well. They should be shielding this up, which they are. And then I'll be able to get to another Night Slash before they're able to get to another charge move. And I've got both of their shields, so that's absolutely perfect. I'm going to let this one go through. If it's another Night Slash, I should survive. Survive very, very comfortably there, and then able to get to another Night Slash before they're able to get to a charge move. And this should be enough to take out the Shadow Scyther, and it is with 1 little HP left. So now I've got a choice. What do I come out with? So I'm going to come out with my Alolan Muck here. Their shields are down. Going to let this one go because it's going to be a Surf. And then going to look to throw the Gunk Shot. Unfortunately, out comes the Machamp. So Gunk Shot comes through, but it is the Shadow Machamp, so going to be able to do a lot of damage to that. Almost one-shots it. And then come in with my Alolan Muck, with my Lapras here, because the reason I want to throw these Surfs, throw the Surf as quickly as possible, is for that reason, Skull Bash. I want to make sure I can do as much chip damage as quickly as possible before they get their defense buffed too much. And then hopefully I'll be able to come in with the Alolan Muck in the end and throw 1 charge move and KO. So going to look to store up some energy there on my Lapras, come in with Alolan Muck, and then I'm going to throw the charge move straight away because I don't want them to be able to do too much damage. I didn't want them to take me out before I could get to any charge move. Surf comes through, doesn't quite take me out, and that lets me get to another Dark Pulse, and that's going to be enough to KO the Lapras there. So a bit of a close one. Did have energy on the Lapras in the back, so happy days. So when it came to Scizor at the start, obviously I'm outpaced it to charge moves, so was able to take it out and resisting those dark type charge moves. So we've got a Shadow Magnezone on the lead. So this is really bad. So I assume that they're going to shield this up. So I'm just going to go straight for the Night Slash, and they don't shield it up. So that's really interesting there. And then going to throw straight into the second one, and I should be grabbing a shield this time. And they're probably going to go back to back wild charges here, so I'll let this first one go in case they decide to bait. They do not bait, and they will have another wild charge ready in the bag, and then they'll wild charge me here, which they have done. Then able to farm it down, and out comes the Shadow Swampert. So everyone's loving their shadows so far. So there goes the second shield, which is absolutely perfect. Gonna let this one go, expect it to be the Hydro Cannon, which it is, and then gonna swap into my own Lapras here, charge up a little bit of extra energy, and they've got Gallade in the back. So this is really bad because the Leaf Blades are going to hurt, and so is the, well, there's the Leaf Blade, and so is the close combat that it's running. So 3 to get to a Leaf Blade, 4 to get to a close combat, but I was able to take that out pretty quickly, and we'll see if we can get to a, oh, so there's the Sludge Wave coming through, and can I get to the Ice Beam? Yes, I can, and we'll see what they want to do. So going to throw the Ice Beam, and just before they get to their charge move, Hydro Cannon comes through, and then going to charge down with the Alolan Muck there, so able to take that game. So Greninja on the lead. So Greninja is really glassy, but actually does do a lot of damage and gets those charge moves really, really quickly. Unfortunately, its fast move bubble was debuffed recently, but still able to do a lot of damage. And we've got another Shadow Snorlax on the lead. Licks are going to be resisted, but its Body Slam and its Superpower, assuming it's running Superpower, is going to do a lot of damage. So able to get to a second move there. So wanted to throw Surf because it does a little bit more damage. Oh, and then got the boost, so that's absolutely outstanding. I will shield this up, and it is the Body Slam. So we've got 1 shield a piece, and now I'm down a shield, but I have got a boosted Greninja, so I'm going to go over farm just a little bit, and then throw another Night Slash and see what comes out to meet me. They're going to be up a shield, but obviously I have got Switch, and unfortunately out comes a Kingdra. So Night Slash, as you can see, does do a lot of damage, and they're just spending a lot of time getting energy there, and I've got another boost, and I've thrown their energy. So this is absolutely spectacular. I'm going to come in with my Alolan Muck, and I've got Slowking in the back. Slowbro in the back, so going to be sitting fairly comfortable here. Swapped in, catch this charge move, and it is the Ice Beam, so it does no damage whatsoever, and I'm going to be able to farm this down. They realise this is a proper good game, and so bye-bye. So able to get that boost on the Greninja really helped out there. Put the Kingdra in a real rough spot with the back-to-back Night Slashes there. So we'll jump into the next one. We've got another Kingdra, so not ideal on the lead. So I'm going to swap this out into Lapras here. And I think I am going to shield this one up because I'm expecting an Outrage. And thankfully it is the Outrage rather than the Octazooka. And I'm wanting to try and grab a shield here. And so throw the Surf. Unfortunately, they do not shield that Surf up. And I get to another move fairly well. I'll get to my Ice Beam. And they shield up the Ice Beam. So no shielded the Surf, shielded up the Ice Beam. So it's not looking pretty. Send through another Outrage, which is not ideal. And then going to come in with my Greninja here to farm down. Questionable play, but we'll see what they want to do. And I'm able to, well, they swap out. So I then counter swap into my Alolan Muck because it can obviously soak the damage from this Venusaur pretty well. Unfortunately, we get a little bit of lag there, so I don't know how many fast moves I lost and how much energy they got in extra from me, but they have got back-to-back charge moves there, which is really unfortunate. So there's a couple coming through, and I'm able to get to my next Dark Pulse, and they've let the Venusaur go. Out comes the... out came the Kingdra, and then they've got a Gallade in the back, so that's really not looking good for them. Got a lot of energy on this Greninja, so swap that in, throw the Night Slashes, expecting to get a, hoping to try and get a boost here. The Night Slash is going to be neutral, so possibly I should have been throwing Surfs there, but able to bubble it down, so take that game. So that's a good game right there. So really good shields from them, but was able to recover nicely. So we'll jump into this next set and see how we go. So Greninja into Ampharos, again, really rough lead, so not something you want to see, but Greninja does win CMP, so it gets its move faster than Ampharos will, and they're over farming, so that's really interesting. I'm going to shield this up and see what they want to do here. So going to look to go straight into this Night Slash, expecting to grab their shield, so I'll grab this shield back. Yep, I'm able to do so, and then the question is, what do I do here? So I'm going to let this go, Thunder Punch to come through, and then going to look to farm down with my Alolan Muck, because they will get to a Thunder Punch, but it's not going to do too much damage, and it does mean that I will be able to get a lot of energy, and unfortunately they get to a second Thunder Punch with 1 HP to go, so really not ideal, but going to commit to the farm down, and then let's see what comes out. So out comes the Poliwrath, and instantly throwing this Dark Pulse, not a good move, should have definitely thrown the Gunk Shot, and then going to just throw the next Gunk Shot and see what they want to do, hoping to not grab a shield, and they no-shield it. Absolutely outstanding. So that Gunk Shot, huge amounts of damage there. Going to come in with the Lapras. Charizard comes through, going to throw this Surf. So Charizard will be able to get to a Blast Burn, but I am in the same time that it takes me to get to a move, but I no shield the Dragon Claw bait, absolutely perfect, and then able to throw the Surf, which will mean they don't get a chance to get to their next charge move, and then going to be able to farm down this Poliwrath and take game number 1 in that set. So really nice there. So we'll jump into the next one and see how we go. So losing lead, not ideal, but not the end of the world. So there are a few Pokemon that I've seen that just are absolutely devastating to my team, but we'll get there. So we've got another Kingdra on the lead. So Kingdra seems to be a really popular choice. So I'm going to throw straight into the Night Slash and see what they want to do. No boost for me there, unfortunately. And for this one, I'm going to let this go. If it's the Octazooka, which it is, it's not going to do much damage. So I'm fine no shielding that. And I'll throw my next Night Slash and see what they want to do. But I am able to get to 3 Night Slashes, so this is going to put them in a real rough spot. They decide to no shield. I got the boost with 1 HP and a Dream, so not ideal, but we'll see what we want to do. Out comes a Drift Blimp, so this is pretty good. Both of my Pokemon are going to be able to handle this really well. I'm going to no shield this because it's going to be running Icy Wind and Shadow Ball, and out comes the Alolan Raichu. So this is looking real, well, interesting. So I can't bring out my Lapras against this, so I'm really hoping they decide to no shield here. Unfortunately, they've double shielded up the Alolan Raichu, which means I am also going to be doing the same. Out comes the Wild Charge, and they're probably going to have back-to-back Wild Charges, which they do. I'm going to need to shield this up, because my Lapras does not want to see the Raichu. So going to throw the Dark Pulse, and it is enough to take it out. And then instantly swap in so they can't farm me down at all. And then let these go. So going to charge up to Shadow Ball, is going to do a lot of damage. Charge up to the Ice Beam, and this should be enough to take this game. And that's good game right there. So had I swapped into, so it probably would have been a bit more beneficial to swap into my Lapras there, but was able to take that game in the end because they Ice Beamed me, and then got out of there. So now we've got a Shadow Executor on the lead, so Night Slash is going to be your way forward. Being Psychic typing, it's going to be super effective, and as you can see, that does a lot of damage. How much damage does that Night Slash do? Yeah, absolutely crazy. So go for the no shield there. And then they swap into Dragonite. So this is looking real good. Unfortunately, they did catch the charge move, but I am going to be able to swap into my Lapras and absolutely destroy this thing. They only get to the Dragon Claw before I take them out. So happy days. So out comes their own Lapras, and Lapras mirror match is actually pretty bad for me because I'm not running Skull Bash. So Skull Bash Lapras is going to be devastating versus non-Skull Bash, and let's see what they've got. I'm hoping for a Surf to come through, but unfortunately it is the Skull Bash. So there's their defense boost, and not looking good for me. I will swap into my Alolan Muck here and see what they want to do. So here I'm going to have to decide whether to shield. I'm going to shield, and it is the Skull Bash, so that's really good for me. Charge up to a double Dark Pulse because I am expecting to grab a shield from them here, and they don't shield. Going to throw the Gunk Shot here and see what they want to do. Hopefully no shield again, and they shield the Gunk Shot, so this is looking real rough. Good use of shields, but I am able to get to another Dark Pulse before they can get to a move, but it is not enough to take them out. So let's see, Skull Bash coming through, really not looking good. And yeah, they swapped in, KO'd, well, died, and then left the game. So I'm not really sure what happened there, just a whole mess of stuff right at the end. It's going to be a very close game, but I think it was a good game at that point. So really good there. So we'll jump into the next one, and we've got Swampert on the lead. So this is okay. Hydros will be coming very quickly, and as you can see, they are not effective, but they do a lot of damage. So Greninja is pretty glassy, and I got a shield there, which is nice. So I'm going to match that shield, Hydro coming through, and then throw another Surf and see what they want to do. I don't expect to get 2 shields here, and they don't shield up a second time, so absolutely fine. Another Hydro coming through, and I'm going to let that go. And I'm able to get to another move. So here's the Night Slash coming through, and they shield up. So there's 2 shields gone. Going to come in with my Lapras and look to farm down. So I'm going to let this go. If it's the Earthquake, fine. If it's the Hydro Cannon, doesn't do much damage. It is the Hydro, so happy days. So able to get a little bit of an energy lead there. And then they swap into their Venusaur, trying to catch a Ice Beam, but going to throw the Surf. So going to be able to double Surf this Charizard, and then come in, and they know that's good game, so they say goodbye. So I am able to get to a Ice Beam after they get to a Frenzy Plant for the Venusaur, and Ice Beam's going to KO, and they had no shield and I had a shield, so happy days. So running a pretty strong team, but able to take the win. So we've got Dragonite on the lead, so really bad for me, and I'm hoping to get them to swap out. And they do swap out, and I throw the Dark Pulse there. So Dark Pulse comes through, does a fair bit of damage, and we'll see if I can get to another one. I can, before they get to a charge move. So Dark Pulse, again, going to do a lot of damage here. And here I'm thinking what I'm going to do is shield this up, and then I'll be able to win Switch. And that's going to work out really well. But unfortunately, they've got 2 Hydros. I am still able to win Switch here with 1 HP and instantly throw this Dark Pulse. The Dragonite shields that up, which is absolutely fine. Going to come in with my Dragonite here, and we'll see what they want to do. So come in with the Dragonite, expecting them to switch, and they've got a Venusaur in the back. So this is looking real rough. So not what I wanted to do, but I have switched out into my Greninja here. Going to let this go and then look to charge down. Let's see if I can grab their last shield. I am able to grab that last shield. Unfortunately, they're going to have a lot of energy. So Frenzy Plant comes through, and they get to another one just before I'm able to get to a charge move, which means that is a good game. So able to get the charge move off, but 1 Dragon Breath is going to be enough to take me out there. So just one fast move short of going 5-0, but was able to go 4-1 in that set and get rewarded with a Ponyta, which is interesting. So yeah, so Greninja in Ultra League is pretty good actually. So people are not expecting some of the moves and probably don't know the counts yet, and it is so spammy with those charge moves, so it's really good. So hopefully that doesn't put you off too much and sort of indicates that use a little bit of spice can sometimes work out all right. So pretty successful so far, and we'll see how we go. So hopefully you're going all right in Ultra League. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.